Hello everyone, welcome again to another interesting session of our short tutorials that we bring to you through Virtual Tech. This is to bring you again to another very interesting short tutorial from Virtual Tech. I am your favorite solar guy, anything green, anything solar, anything that gives you peace of mind. You can always reach out to us, Tech. I am Chukuma Madube, the Trend Director of Tech. So today, we will be bringing you a very interesting topic, something that has been on the minds of most people, a question that has always been asked. This is a topic that if you asked one, what is your take on this? People will have so and so to say. And today, we are bringing it to you to say, let's say we want to create more clarity on this thing that people have always talked about. Today we are going to be talking about solar generators, and especially we are focusing on why solar generators fail. Why do solar generators fail? Why do people prefer solar generators to the normal solar system, and why would it fail? Why, when you are running on your solar generator, which is cheaper for you, which is more convenient for you, which you can easily move around, it fails easily? Yes, do you even know what a solar generator is? Do you know how best to make good use of your solar generators? That is what we are going to be doing here today. That is what we are going to be talking about. All right, so we want you to sit tight. You are going to learn a lot from today's training session. So, by the end of this training session, or by the end of this training video, you will be able to identify common failure modes in solar generator systems, diagnose faults across PV, battery, and inverter, understand root causes of solar generator failures. Yes, you have to understand the root causes of solar generator failures. You will also learn how to apply preventive maintenance strategies and also improve system reliability and lifespan. These are the things you are going to be learning. These are the things we will expose you to. And if you are a beginner, a technician, you're already an installer in the field, after you have gone through this video completely, you would have a clearer view and understanding of that system that your client has asked you to come and work on. So work with us. Let us dive into it right now. What are solar generators? The solar generators are your all-in-one solar package. Yes, they are your all-in-one solar package that is made up of your battery, your charge controller, your inverters, your input and output DC and AC sources. That simply means that your solar generator is a kind of a box. Yes, it's a box, just like your generator system. Okay, but your generator system is completely AC, but this your solar generator is partly DC and AC. Okay, so your solar generator, it is made up of different parts that are coupled together and being inserted in one box to just make it easy and handy for you. Okay, and even cheaper. So your solar generator contains your battery, your charge controller, your inverter system, your input and AC output sources, where you can be able to charge or plug things around it. So your solar generator has the solar panels, or it is only the solar panel that is the external component of your solar generator. So when you hear solar generator, it's just an all-in-one package. Okay, it's an all-in-one solar package where you have every other component that makes up your solar system being constructed or manufactured together in one box for you to be able to move it around. The solar generators has different shapes and sizes. So this is an example of internal view of your solar generator. Okay, this is internal view of your solar generator. Like I said earlier, the solar generator contains your batteries, your charge controllers, your inverters, and your AC and DC, both input and output sources. Okay, so in this picture, you can see that you have the housing, the box that contains this your various solar components. All right, you also have the electronic charge controller there, which you can use to charge the batteries from your solar panels. You have the inverter system there, which helps you to convert the DC energy from your panel or from your battery system to an AC output supply source. Okay, you also have the battery pack there, which is the storage facility, the or we call it the energy storage facility for you there. So that is the battery pack you are looking at right there. So you have the cooling fan. You also have the front panel, which gives you access to the both the input supply source and the output supply source from this your solar generator. That is why you have the AC outlet, the USB port to charge your phones through your USB through your USB cords. You also have the AC input and output sources. You also have the DC output on this our solar generator internal and external view. So as you can see them here right now, you can see everything here right now. Okay, so in summary, your solar generators are devices that uses solar panels to capture sunlight, stores the energy in a battery, and provides electricity to power your appliances and devices in both AC and DC forms. So at this point, some persons might ask or some persons might wonder, what then is the difference between your solar generator and your normal solar system setup? There is no much difference, okay, because they are both uh, green energy generating systems, right? Yes, but then what we can see or see to be the visible difference between your solar generator and your normal home system solar systems is that your solar generator is just all in one. All the various components are all are designed and they're constructed in just one box. It is designed and constructed just in one box, such that you are now going to be able to move around with all those components together at once. Why do that other type of solar system, the normal type of home or industrial solar system, you have your solar components separately. You have the inverter separately. You have the charge controller separately. You have the battery system separately, and every other thing separately as well. Your solar generators comes in different shapes and sizes. Yes, like I said earlier, you have the 100 watts, you have the 200 watts, you have the 500 watts, you have the 1 kilowatt, which is bigger than the 500 watts. You have the 2 kilowatts. You even have 6 kilowatts, depending on the sizes. So this is an example of a solar generator as it is coupled. So you can see it is handy. You can easily move around with this particular one. Okay, and you can easily also connect it to the grid if you so want. Yes, some of them are designed for you to be able to connect it to the grid as well. So you can see this is the solar generator. There is connected to the solar panel. You can see the solar panel here right now. The solar generator connected to the solar panel right now, and as you can see on my screen here right now. So this is a solar generator having the function of DC loads. So you can easily connect your DC load. These are your DC bulbs you can connect to it. Like I said, it's all in different shapes and sizes. All right, so this particular one you can actually connect DC loads, and the way they are designed to carry or power specific sizes of loads. If you exceed that type of load, this system will be in a great problem. Then you have a bigger size of it that can actually power up more loads, your freezers, your iron, your air conditioners. Yes, your solar generators can actually power them up if they are designed to power up such a large amount of loads. You can see this one can power up the DC fan and your DC box, and so it can power up a larger number of loads. If you ask me, yes, it can actually do that. Now, the importance of your solar generators, just as we have been talking about it, your solar generator. So what are the importance? It is cost effective. Yes, it is cost effective. It is environmentally friendly. It is environmentally friendly. It is important as emergency backup supply. Yes, as an emergency backup supply. it is an off-grid power station or power solution, which means whether you connect it to your grid, which is your NEPA, your generator, it doesn't really matter. You can have electricity all day by just being on your solar panel. Okay, it is an energy independence, which means you are generating your own energy. You are in control of your own power station. Okay, you don't need to depend on the government. You don't need to depend on the electricity authorities to provide you with light. No, you are in charge of your very own energy supply system. That is why it is called an energy independence. And most solar generators, depending on the sizes, you can easily move around with them. Yes, you can easily move around with them depending on the various sizes. So which means once you are leaving a location, you just unplug it from your solar panel and you move with it. Once you get to your location, you do whatever you want to do, and you come back to your main location. So it's as easy as that. Now, the big deal of the day: solar generator failure. What is solar generator failure? How did you arrive at solar generator failure? What actually is the meaning of solar generator failure? So solar generator failure simply means or tells you that that system can no longer serve you the way it was designed to serve you. That is what it means. So it means that the system can no longer store or supply electricity properly, usually due to battery wear and tear, too much load on the inverter, or damaged input or output port. So when your solar power generator can no longer hold energy for you, you charge it all day, you cannot be able to make use of it, that system has failed. You charge it all day, you connect only your laptop to it, and it goes off. That is failure. It's just like you talking about the national grid failure. Yes. So here in Nigeria, we often have national grid failure, national grid failures. Yes, even your solar system can also fail you. Yeah. So, but right now, we are not talking about the entire solar system failure right now. We are limiting it to solar generator failures. All right. So when you power up your solar generators, which is expected to power up a specific amount of load. Yes, let's say a 500-watt solar generator system, which is expected to power up at least 400 watts of load. Let's leave that tolerance out of it right now. So 400 watts of load, and you power exactly 400 watts or even 350 watts. But you observe that immediately that load comes up, that solar generator goes off. It drops dead. It goes silent on you. It doesn't come up at all. That is what we mean by solar generator failure. So if you have experienced any or all of this, it means that your solar generator has what? Failed. Yes. So common solar generator failures: you have the battery failure, you have the inverter failure, you have the PV module failure. Yes, you also have the PV module failure. You also have fault wiring. Okay. You also have charge controller failure. You also have poor system designs failure. You also have the environmental factors which act as a form of failure too, or aids to this failure. Lack of maintenance can lead to failures. User misuse can also cause failures or lead to failures. Low quality component. Yes, when you make use of low quality component, you are you should know that your solar generator will definitely fail. Lack of safety measures. Lack of safety measures will also lead to the failure of your solar generators. Yes, there are a whole lot of things that could lead to solar generator failures. A whole lot of things. We could go on and on and on and on, or things that we refer to as solar generator failure. Now, let's take them one at a time. The battery failure. The battery failure could be caused or could be led by wear and tear of your batteries over time. It could be it could be caused by the wear and tear of your batteries over time. When your batteries are old, when your batteries are aged, they will tend to fail. Yes. In as much as most solar generators are made with or designed or constructed or manufactured using lithium batteries, yes, that is true. But over time, depending on the usage, depending on the maintenance culture that has been put into that maintain using of that solar generator, depending on the kind of environment it is into, it will definitely fail. Yes, it will definitely fail. Then overcharging or deep discharging of your batteries will also damage it, which will make it or which will lead to failures. Yes, so when you overcharge or when you deep discharge, these your batteries in your solar generators. Now, what that simply means is that your solar generators are designed in such a way that they are to power up specific loads for specific uh, um, amount of time or length of time, right? Yes, that is very correct. Then but due to misuse, due to lack of technical know-how, when these systems are functioning, some clients tend to drain it from 100% to 0% all at once. 100 to 0, 100 to 0, 100 to 0. And all the days of the life of this solar generator, the battery systems are being drained and recharged, which is a very wrong method which is a very wrong method. It is not good, it is not advisable for you to drain your batteries completely. Even if you want to step aside the solar generator issues we're discussing here, on a normal basis, even for your normal solar system in your facilities, you are not expected to drain it more than the assigned DODs. That is what we call DODs, depth of discharge. Okay, these are the things that checkmate how you are able to use uh, your your solar batteries and how efficient those solar batteries will perform for you, which depends on that the discharge and the recharging. I hope it is clear. So you're not expected to overcharge um, your solar generators too. Yes, because if you overcharge it, it is going to be weakening the cells of the batteries in it. So you are to monitor it. Whenever it is full, please, you are expected to disconnect. You are expected to disconnect whenever it is full so that it does not overcharge. Poor battery quality. Yes, when the battery cells are not good ones, it can also lead to battery failures. Overheating reduces lifespan. Yes. So one thing about solar system or solar system installations is you are advised to install or keep your solar system in a well ventilated area. So also this your solar generators. Now your solar generators are going to be generating more heat for you, even uh, worse than your normal solar system setup. Why? Because all the various components that made up the solar generator is all they are all fabricated and constructed into just one box. Therefore, the battery will be exhibiting heat. Your charge controller will also be giving out heat. Your inverter system will also be giving out heat if it is working. So it is advised to keep it in a well ventilated area. So if it overheats, if the battery system overheats, some systems are designed with what we call BMS, battery management systems. And once the battery management system senses over voltage, sorry, not over voltage, overheating or over temperature, it will automatically trigger the battery to turn off, what we call deep sleep. So when your battery system goes into deep sleep, no matter what you do, it will not come up. Okay, even when you supply over voltage to it, it could also lead to your battery system going into deep sleep, which is also called this battery failure. Inverter failure. Yes, inverter failure. Your inverters could fail due to overloading. Your inverters could fail due to overloading when it is powering what is not supposed to power up. Take for instance again your 500 watt solar generator, which is supposed to power up just your inverter system. Sorry, just your which is supposed to power up just your laptop, your bulbs, and maybe your phones, right? But now, because that's your solar generator of 500 watt looks rugged, you think you can now use to power up your freezer or your air conditioner. Yes, it might look rugged, but it is not designed for such heavy loads. So once you make the mistake of putting that heavy load on it, it will trigger the system to go off, and it will lead to the inverter failure. Short circuit or internal fault. Yes, short circuit or internal fault could also lead to the inverter failure. When it is not receiving the right current, when it's not receiving the right voltages, it will definitely trigger it. It will definitely damage the inverter system, and the inverter system will be on or fried in most cases. Overheating due to poor ventilation, which was what we discussed in the previous slide. Okay, when your system is overheated, the inverter system could also fail. PV module failure. Yes, this is also very, very important. PV module failure. When we say PV module failure, we're talking about your solar panels failing. The solar panels inability to generate the required amount of solar uh, energy. Okay. So when does not produce this required amount of solar energy, it means that the system has failed, and that part of cell that's failed will be your PV module side of it, which means your solar panel might not be able to charge your batteries. Yes, and when your battery are not being charged, this whole system might not function at all. So insufficient sunlight could be one of the things that could lead to PV failure. So when you do not have sunlight in your area, in your location, your PV modules might not be able to produce enough energy for you to use. We could also talk about the angle of incidence, the angle of tilt, which are also very good and great uh, factors that lead to PV module failures as well. So dirty or shaded panels, when your panels are dirty, when they are shaded, they will not produce your energy for you, and it will lead to the PV failure side of this discussion we are having. Faulty or damaged panels. Yes, faulty or damaged panels. When the connectors on the panels are damaged, you could have PV module failure as at that point. Yes, when the connectors are damaged, when you have wrong connections, when the cells are also damaged, when there is a direct hit on the panels, there is something hits the panels directly, it could lead to the panels being damaged. All right, yeah. So this is a shaded panel. So you can see that this panel is shaded. It means that the output from this panel will never be met. So, and if it is never met, your batteries will never be charged, and so that system would also fail. Faulty wiring. Yes, faulty wiring will come from the aspect of wiring your solar panels directly to your uh, solar generator box, or could be at the aspect of you not having the right connectors to use at the same time, could be at the aspect of you not being professional by using the connectors itself. And at times, most technicians, what they do, because they do not have idea of the right tools to use or right components to use for installation, what they do is they cut off the connectors on the panels, which is a wrong thing to do. Yes, which is a wrong practice to use on the field. So loose connections could be one of the things that could lead to wiring failures. Okay, loose connections, when you do not have tight connections done, when you have wrong polarity connections, where you're supposed to do positive and negative connections, you are mixing it up wrongly. It could lead to failures due to wiring failures as well. Poor quality connectors. When you use a poor quality or bad connectors, it could lead to that solar generator failures through faulty wiring failures. Okay, when you have voltage drops due to undersized cables. So when your cables are not sized the right way, you have so many voltage losses. And when you have so many voltage losses, it simply means that the energy generated from your panel will never be sent to the um, solar generator itself to be used in your facility. That is what it simply means. So at all time, as a professional, as a client, you should also employ a professional to handle this your system setup for you. Yes, charge controller failure. Remember we said in the introductory stage that this your solar generator has the various solar system components all inbuilt in it. Charge controller, inverter, battery, BMS, whatever, they are all inside of your solar generator. That's what makes up your solar generator, right? So for this charge controller failure, yes, when your charge controller fails, for those of you who know the function of this your charge controller, if you do not know, please you need to enroll for our solar system installation course, at least the basic um, solar installation course. You need to enroll for it, where we can now be able to expose you to what a charge controller is and its various functions. But for the sake of these studies, we will give you a little knowledge of what the charge controller is. What the charge controller simply means is a machine or a device or the security man of your battery system. Your charge controller, the security man of your battery system, such that the energy being generated by your solar panels passes or has to pass through the charge controller in order for it to charge the batteries efficiently. Your batteries should never be connected directly to your solar panels, please. Your batteries should never be connected directly to your solar panels. That would be a wrong thing to do. So your charge controller takes care of how the battery charges, how the battery discharges, how the battery uh, temperature rises or falls. So if you have an MPPT tracking failure, it simply means that your solar charge controller is unable to convert most of the energy it receives from the solar panels to charge your batteries. That is what it simply means. So incorrect charging settings. So when your solar charge controllers have incorrect charging settings, it could also lead to solar charge controller failures. I hope all of these things are coming in together. But then when we talk about these incorrect charging settings, um, it will be on the side of the manufacturer. So that could be a manufacturer's error. Okay, it could be a manufacturer's it could be a manufacturer error. Okay, factory errors, we could say that. So overcharging or undercharging the battery system. So when your batteries are being overcharged or undercharged, you are right to accuse the charge controller of failing, because the charge controller, like I said earlier, is the security man of your battery system, which takes care of how it fares. What happens to that your battery system is the duty of your uh, charge controller. And when it does not regulate how it charges or how it discharges, it could lead to what we call charge controller failure, which is also in turn leads to entire solar generator failure. Poor system design. This is entirely on the what? On the manufacturers. So if it is undersized, oversized component, then you know that your system, it will be open to failure. Okay, will be open to failure. So if you have improper load estimation, that is to say a 500 watt solar generator cannot even power up a 400 watt uh, of load, it means that that system was not designed properly, even from the lab or from the manufacturers. Okay, cable sizing errors and voltage drops. So if the cables that are attached to that system has not been or was not designed rightly, it means that that system has a poor system design. Environmental factors, yes, environmental failures, high temperatures, humidity and corrosion, lightning and power surges, dust, water, or pest damaging components. So these are all environmental factors that could lead to environmental failure, which could lead to your um, complete solar generator failure. So it means that you are not expected to keep your solar generator in a very high temperature environment. Yes, you are not expected to do that, please. You are not. Okay. Your system should also be protected at all times. That is what you are expected to do, please. So you can see your corroded solar component. This is exactly your the profile or the racks. Yes, the solar panel rack. So you can see it is corroded, and once it is corroded this way, it could lead to shocking of your solar system self. Yes, it could lead to that. So please, you need to continuously run maintenance, change some of these things when you see that they are becoming this bad, because it could also affect the solar panel itself. So lack of maintenance, yes, lack of maintenance. So what most clients do not know is that in as much as your solar generator gives you energy dependence or energy independence, so to say, you are also expected to run routine maintenance on it and not just on your normal solar system. You are expected to run routine maintenance on your solar generator. So when you don't run routine maintenance, it is going to fail. Now, when you do not clean your solar panels, when you ignore warning signs, that is to say, when you power up certain loads and it's giving you signals that are overloading signals or overcurrent signals or over voltage signals or under voltage signals, and you ignore it, those things can lead to your solar generator failures. Now, no routine inspection, no routine inspection. When you do not have routine inspection to see, okay, what is happening with this box, is the energy requirement of this box, has it been exceeded? What can we do? Is it due for change? What part of it is giving issues? How can we fix it? So when you do not check to even sure to be sure of what you are doing, or to be sure of how that system is working, it could lead to solar generator failures. You have your dirty solar panel. This is a comparison between these two panels. One is dirty while the other one is clean. So you can see that the one that is dirty will not generate energy for you. It could also lead to the system failure. Then user misuse. User misuse. When the user overloads the system using incompatible appliances or improper handling or storage. So overloading the system simply means that you are putting you are powering loads that are not supposed to be powered by that system. So, or more than the system. Your solar generators, each and every of your solar generators is designed to power up specific loads. That's what you are expected to know here. It is designed to power up specific loads, and as such, it is only that quantity of loads that you're expected to put on that solar generator. Only that. If you exceed it, if you go beyond it, you are going to cause damage to your solar generator. Incompatible appliances simply means that there are certain appliances that they are not supposed to power up. If it is a very small size of a solar generator, 200 watt or so, and you put your air conditioner of 1.5 horsepower or 2.5 horsepower or even 1 horsepower, that is way too big. It is incompatible. It can't take that kind of load. No, it can't. Please don't kill that solar generator. Please don't kill that solar generator. So improper handling or storage, yes. When you allow children to play around with the box, pressing this, general misuse of the box, okay. you are putting in the wrong if it is a box that has USB outlet, you are putting in, you are connecting the wrong USB connections, or you are just mishandling it, doing things the wrong way. That is what we are trying to talk about here right now. Then low quality component. Yes, when you go for cheap product, you will definitely have that system to fail. Um, how do we prevent solar generator failures? How do we prevent solar generator failures? One, we use high quality certified components, proper system sizing and professional design. Um, you have to make sure that before you go for a specific uh, solar generator, you are sure of what you want to use it to do. You are sure of what you want that solar generator to do for you too as well. And not that when you, after you must have done the purchase, that is now when you'll be saying, okay, can you power up your TV with it? Can you power up your freezer with it? No, please. Before you go for any solar generator, please make sure you have decided, you have made up your mind on the various kinds or types of load you want to power up using that solar generator. And then when you now reach out to the dealer or the technician that you have called to help you get it, you can now ask him, can this size of, okay, what size of solar generator will be able to power up a certain amount of loads? That is the right thing to do, please. Installed by trained technicians. So your solar generator should always be installed by the professionals, please. They should be installed by the professionals. Then it should also be installed in a very ventilated area. Okay, it should be installed in a well ventilated area. All right. Um, Routine maintenance should be carried out on your solar generators. Clean the panels, check the port, check the batteries, check if there are any error signals, clean the box as well. Okay, use protective devices, please. Make use of protective devices. Yes, you must make use of protective devices. Your MCBs, your surge protectors, your breakers should also be used. Then monitor system performance regularly. How how well do you monitor your system performance? So these are the protective so that is it. So that is it. You have now been able to come to the end of this studies, of these short tutorials, and from what we have learned so far, you have now been able to know the causes of your solar generator failures. Firstly, you know what your solar generator failures are. You know the difference between your solar generators and your normal solar system setup. You know the causes, you know the consequences of this solar generators failures. When your solar generator fails, you are going to be in total darkness. Your solar generators are especially your backup energy system, your mobile backup energy systems. Yes, that is what your solar generators are, your mobile backup energy system. So when they fail, you are going to be in total darkness. You are going to be in trouble. So with these studies, we believe that most technicians, most engineers, most installers, you have learned a lot. Even the client who are the end users to all of these components, you also know what to do. Handle your system properly the best way for it to also serve you. Thank you so much. This is brought to you by Virtue Tech. We deal on anything green. We deal on solar system installations. We also run various courses. Yes, we run trainings on various courses. And I am your favorite solar guy, Chukuma Madupe. See you all in the next short tutorial video. Thank you.